Welcome, in front of me is a Nokia 7.2 and today I'll show you an unboxing along with a brief overview of the device. So as you can see, this is the box that it comes in. Now, right off the bat I will say that this is not necessarily a new device, so it won't be a full unboxing of like a brand new device, more of a used, I guess, one. But once you pop it open, inside you have the phone, obviously. You can see it right here. Just pop it out. I'm gonna place it at the moment on the stand, some on the side, and from here, under this you got stuff no one cares about, so we'll just get that out of the way. Then we get a charger, super cheap headphones, and a cable. So now that we got that out of the way, we can go to the phone itself. So right at the bat, the display is a 6.3 inch 1080p display, precisely 1080 by 2280, with a 82.4% screen to body ratio and a 400 pixels per inch. And then at the back, apart from display, at the back we have the tri-camera setup. So you have three different cameras, main being a 48 megapixel sensor that can shoot at 4K 30 frames. Now it also comes with two additional sensors. So you have the 8 megapixel ultra wide and 5 megapixel depth sensor. And unfortunately there is no 60 frames at even 1080p, so 4K and 1080 are both at 30. And then at the front you have a fairly decent sensor, I would say. It's a 20 megapixel wide, and also it shoots at 1080 pixels at 30 frames. Then going to the front, apart from the camera you don't really have much. The device comes in a couple of variants though. You have the 4 and 6 gigabyte version, and in terms of memory, it comes with a 64 gig or 128. Now the amount of RAM is also dependent on how much storage you get. So if you go for the lowest one, which is about like $100 or $280, I think, you will get these 64 gigabytes and 4 gigabyte of RAM. Then you can boost it up to 64 6 gigs, or you can go to 128.6. So the bare minimum is 64 and 4 gigs of RAM. Then you can boost it up by 2 gigabytes and then double the storage. Then moving on, battery 3500 milliamps with a Snapdragon 660. Nothing really mind-blowing. It's a budget device, and for the price that it costs, I would say it performs really well. Everything runs smoothly from what I've used. It comes with the stock Android, as you can see, as I think all Nokias do. So it's a fairly bloat-free experience, I would say. Runs smoothly. It doesn't have any kind of like hard refresh rates and stuff like that. Charging also is kind of slow, I would say, for a device in this time. It comes with the Type-C, but charges at 10 watts. So it's just basically like a slow charging. Not as slow as old devices, but still 10 watts and 40 or 65 as some devices have nowadays. This is just a far cry from that. And what else there to say about it? Device, you got the Gorilla Glass, obviously. Then on the back you have, not really sure what kind of glass that is, maybe just probably Gorilla Glass 2, but it's nicely frosted, and honestly, in this device it feels really nice. It doesn't really attract fingerprints as much. As you can see, it's a little bit matte and doesn't really leave fingerprints. Now it still has a little bit of smudges, but they're not as visible as they are, for instance, on here. As you can already see, wherever I touch, it just a fingerprint magnet, which is expected for a front glass. And Apart from that, you get the voice assistant button. Not biggest fan of it, but I assume you can remap it. Haven't checked it though. Then you got the power key, volume rockers on the side, a minimal branding logo on the bottom, and SIM tray on the left side, as you can see right here. And at the top, headphone jack, which is kind of rare for nowadays, but it's there if you need it. And at the bottom you just have a speaker grill, microphone, and a Type-C for charging. And that's about it. There's not much to it. Now, honestly, I think there are probably better devices than this for the price, but they won't be coming with stock Android if that is something that you're looking for. In terms of just how the device performs, in my opinion, it's fairly decent. It's nothing necessarily mind-blowing, but it's a budget device, and it does its job, I would say. It doesn't really succeed in anything, doesn't like pioneer anything, just mediocre in every case. But yeah, that's about it basically on it. Now, the price, I would say, like I did say before, probably different devices might be better. If you don't mind getting some Chinese Xiaomi's and stuff like that, I think they will be, for the price, better than this, with better features and probably specifications. But in certain cases, from what I think, if I'm not correct, the repairment of Nokia's is easy. From what I've heard, I'm not necessarily sure. Don't repair phones, so don't take me on that. And like I said, it's a stock Android, so it doesn't come with any of that crap that other manufacturers plow into their system. So you have just a default Google operating system and no skin over it. So yeah, that'll be basically the overview of the device. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.